Hi everyone. So today I thought I would talk about my favorite children's books of all time. If you have kids, this might be helpful for you. If you don't have kids, you still might like reading these books. So let's get into it. I'm going to go in order of ages that they're appropriate for. So I'm starting youngest. This I would recommend for age 5, maybe even 4. This is Ellen's Lion by Crockett Johnson. So Crockett Johnson is the author of the beloved Harold and the Purple Crayon series, and we love that for him. We love that series. But this is a criminally slept on masterpiece, in my opinion. It's out of print, so it's kind of hard to get, but if you can find it at your library or on Amazon or somewhere, I recommend. This book is a collection of 12 short stories about a young girl named Ellen and the conversation she has with her stuffed lion. It's like the more wholesome and profound version of Calvin and Hobbes, although Calvin and Hobbes is also a masterpiece on its own. It should probably be on this list. I'll talk about it another time. But the stories in this range from being about fantasy play, childhood fears, an especially lovely one about being distracted by a new toy, but then remembering the deeper friendship she has with her lion. It's very consumable for a small child, but it might have the adults crying a la Bluey. Next is The BFG by Roald Dahl. I can't find my copy in the house. I would recommend this for ages 6 to 7, maybe younger, depending on your kid. This tells the story of a young orphan girl named Sophie who befriends a kind-hearted, big friendly giant, the BFG, and together they hatch a plan to stop the man-eating giants from terrorizing the human world. But almost the whole story is told in conversation between Sophie and the giant, and they talk about everything from passing gas to her dreams, to her sorrows at having lost her parents. It's philosophical and whimsical, and it's just amazing. Next up would be the Ramona series by Beverly Cleary. I've talked about this before. I recommend this for maybe ages 6 to 10. Again, it depends on your kid. This is an 8-book series that so beautifully and accurately portrays the ups and downs of childhood. Nothing sensational happens. There's no magic, there's no wizards, there's no traumatic cross-country moves or other childhood traumas. They do lose their cat in one of them, but that's like the most death you get. These are just slice-of-life depictions of suburban childhood. Yes, they were written all through the 50s up to the 90s, so they are dated in some ways, but they are so timeless. The first one, Beezus and Ramona, is more from Beezus' point of view, and it's really lovely about her having like oldest child syndrome and having to deal with the conflicting emotions about her very obnoxious 4-year-old sister Ramona. The rest of the books are from Ramona's point of view as she deals with like different teachers, her classmates, her changing friendships, her father losing his job, her mother's later pregnancy, and gaining a new sibling while just on the cusp of adolescence. I think that we have read in this family this whole series 7 or 8 times now, and it's superb every time. Next is Matilda by Roald Dahl. I would say this is appropriate for ages 7 to 10. It's the story of a brilliant young girl with extraordinary telekinetic powers who is brilliant and uses her wits and her courage to overcome her neglectful parents. This is Roald Dahl, after all, and a cruel headmistress bringing justice to all the children around her. You know this story. It's amazing. We did read this to my son. It's a little wordy, so I do think that maybe a little older, 7 to 10, is better, but it is really good. Next up, The Tale of Despero by Kate DiCamillo. I'd say this one is also appropriate for ages 7 to 10. This is a charming story of a brave little mouse who loves to learn, loves to read, can read. Also a lonely princess, a vengeful rat, and a servant girl whose lives just intertwine in this beautiful way in this quest for light and love and forgiveness. Do not watch the movie. I repeat, do not watch the movie. This book is maybe one of the most beautiful books I've ever read. It's amazing. Next up is I Was a Rat by Philip Pullman. I can't believe I can't find any copy in my house. I would recommend this for ages 8 to 11. A young boy shows up on the doorstep of an older childless couple who take him in. The young boy claims he had been a rat and he acts accordingly. The spoiler is that he had been one of the rats in Cinderella that gets transformed into a foot servant, but he missed out on getting changed back. So we get Cinderella's story too, as she's now navigating this new lonely married life as a princess, and Roger, the boy, his story as he navigates a cruel and judgmental world. For a whimsical story, this book gets super profound. I used to teach this when I taught 4th grade. They loved it. This is a great book to teach like predicting and inference if you're looking for that. And also to talk about difficult topics such as like corrupt press and media, societal failings, and just the importance of compassion and love. It's really a good book. So next up is also by Philip Pullman, and I can only find book 2. I don't know where the other ones are. The other ones are here. This is his Dark Materials series, and I would say that this is like 10 plus. The books are The Golden Compass, The Subtle Knife, and The Amber Spyglass. I think there's actually now other ones. I have never flown through a series so quickly. This is an epic fantasy trilogy set in a world that is an alternate version of our own, where your soul is not internal, but actually travels with you in the shape of an animal. And two young children, Lyra Belacqua and Will Parry, must journey across parallel worlds, confronting cosmic forces, uncovering profound truths about love and freedom and the nature of existence. If you are sensitive about religion, you might not like this series because it goes at religion kind of hard. It's not Christianity, because remember, this is another world, but you get it. It's there. If you were a Harry Potter girly, and also if you love dark academia, this series rocks. It'll rock your world. Next up is Walk Two Moons by Sharon Creech. I'd say this is also 10 plus. This is a heartbreakingly gorgeous story of a 13-year-old girl named Sal as she embarks on a road trip with her grandparents to find her mother, who has been missing. This book has mystery, it has some young child-appropriate romance, and just so beautifully weaves themes of love and loss and self-discovery. I can't. This book is incredible. Finally, Holes by Louis Sachar. This I would also say is 10 plus. It's a spectacularly, cleverly layered story about a boy named Stanley Yelnats, who is sent to a mysterious juvenile corrections camp where young boys are tasked with digging holes in order to build character. But as you can imagine, they dig up more than dirt, uncovering secrets of the past, friendships, curses, as well as an incredible path to redemption. I am not kidding when I say that I believe this is a perfect book. The construction of the plot is seamless and incredible, and the themes, what a great way to introduce some really difficult themes with your child. I just read this one to Joe, and Joe is 6.5. So there might have been some parts that were definitely intense for him, but he loved it. He got it. I would love to reread it to him as he gets a little older because it's just incredible. That's all for now. If you have read these books, let me know what you thought of them. And also, as I have a 6.5-year-old, if there's other children's books that you think I would really love and Joe would really love, please recommend them to me. And anyway, I will see you next time. Bye.